Guys, in this video I wanted to talk a little bit about why it is important to be able to shoot your gun with just one hand. In much of our training and much of our discussion, you see that we talk about using two hands, about getting that support hand on a firearm, but in a real world scenario, say if you are at home or if you're out somewhere with your family, you may need to use your support hand to be able to protect your kids, to be able to get them back out of the way, to get them back behind you, or for some other reason. It's a very important skill to be able to shoot your firearm using your primary hand by itself, as well as being able to use just your support hand to shoot your firearm. I did a video a while back talking about the importance of being able to shoot with your weak hand. I will leave a link up here somewhere to where you can watch that. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. A lot of the drills and exercises that I have done videos on here will work very well in helping you to improve your accuracy with just your primary hand. A real good exercise and a critical element in firing an accurate shot with just your primary hand is the trigger finger placement. I will also put a link to the video where I show you a little exercise where you can get the trigger finger placement just right on your firearm. The trigger finger placement is going to have a much greater effect when you're shooting just with one hand, a lot more than what it would if you're using both hands to shoot. You really need to work on that trigger control just with a single hand to be sure to get your shots where they need to be. Here we are back at about 7 yards away from our target. Now, one of the critical things that you need to remember is that you need to focus on that front sight whenever shooting. I'm actually going to try to aim through the viewfinder at the target and see exactly how close we can get where we need to be. Again, we are here at 7 yards from our target. Okay guys, we are loaded up and I'm going to be firing the shot just with my primary hand. I'm going to aim through the viewfinder, and again, you need to remember to focus on that front sight. You do not need to focus on the rear sight or your target. You need to focus on that front sight. Now you can see that I am trying to simulate this through the camera by having the camera focused just on that front sight post. Now it is a little bit of a challenge to fire a shot like this, but I want to try to give you guys the best understanding if possible. Now remember, drop that front sight post right down into that notch on that rear sight. And this is where the your sight's a good front sight post, a good high visible front sight post will help you when trying to make a shot like this. So let's aim and see exactly where we end up hitting on our target. It is quite a challenge to aim an accurate shot through the viewfinder of a camera, but I wanted to slow it down and let you get a look at the sight picture at the time that the shot broke. This is where trigger control really is critical. This particular shot, you're going to notice that front post actually go a little bit low. Again, aiming through that camera was a little bit of a challenge. However, we were still able to get a decent shot that would have been very effective in a self-defense situation. Let's go downrange and see how we did. I'm just going to take the camera right off of the tripod and walk downrange and see where we hit. You can see there. Let me see if I can focus this just a little bit better. We are at center mass, right there on our target, which is where we want to be. Sorry about the way that this is looking, guys. I'm literally trying to focus this camera as I am showing you guys where we hit, but we hit right center mass of our target. This may be a little bit better shot for you guys. Right here, center mass of our target, and that's exactly where we needed to be. And again, this is something where trigger control is very critical. You need to be able to press that trigger effectively while you have that sight picture on target. Guys, we're going to put a few more rounds down range just to work on this drill for a while. We are also going to be changing up a little bit using my support hand also. This is also a very good exercise to be able to use your support hand by itself to fire accurate shots on target. Here we go. Let's put a few out there with our support hand. Guys, hope you liked the video. This is an important skill to have. I know that it's common today, as I mentioned earlier, to see most training happen using two hands, and your ideal grip on a firearm should be with both hands, but the reality is life happens. Things come up. Like I mentioned before, you may need to protect one of your kids, one of your family members, to get them back out of the way. There's a lot of things that can affect your ability to get that second hand on your gun, and you need to be able to manipulate your firearm with just one hand. So let me hear from you guys. Do you ever practice firing your gun with just one hand? Let me hear from you down in the comments below. Guys, hope you liked the video. Be sure to subscribe. Click the bell where you can get notifications whenever we upload new videos. Check out the links in the description. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.